Hi, Donald. It's John. Mr. President, sorry, pardon me. I do that at Putin as well. Putin, it's John. How's it going? Um, I'm a lord, you know what I mean? They kind of do reign above the sphere of severity, in my understanding. Um, but, President, you may address me as your torment or my torment. It's where your highness comes from. That's right. Like, when you greet royalty, like, your highness. It was more like outstanding, like, they could see, like, the height of their, whatever. Oh, your highness. So when people look at me, it's like, your torment. And my torment is your torment. So it's very respectful and flattering to me to call me my torment. When you address me, it's like, yes, my torment. Anyway, um, regarding Ireland and yeah, we have really good CAOs. We have really good a no application. Jimmy Carr even laughed at us. He left Ireland and became famous. You need to leave Ireland to become Bono, Boxo had to go to America. I do the same, buying American hats, buying American property, American cars. I'd love it. They're having the best time of life. David Cameron warned me against it because he said a Rockefeller would eat my flesh within a week, so I stayed at home. But yeah, thanks, David. I think I said that before. Regarding the all of the pharmaceutical businesses you have, Ireland is a great gateway into Europe. And if you have pharmaceutical companies, it makes sense to have them there so you don't need to transport all your pharmaceuticals across the Atlantic Ocean. So you just ought to keep them and maybe put American pharmaceutical companies that mirror the Irish ones back in America so you don't have to take them back. So you don't want to transport all your American pharmaceuticals back to America over the Atlantic. So just have mirror companies in America. And you could also do an exchange program then between like Irish people going to America and American people coming to work in the businesses in Ireland. Um, yeah, we've really good CIO results. I got a C1 in higher chemistry, and the only thing it's done for me is I get in trouble because people think I'm able to make drugs and stuff or bombs and stuff. So it did me no justice or no help whatsoever in becoming so educated in Ireland because there's zero application in Ireland. So we have loads of really clever people and no jobs, and then those clever people end up, living in the ditch on heroin. And I did heroin really well. Well, it's stupid about it, like pharmaceutically, but I did it well, But I didn't do it well. I did it stupid. Did it every day when I was on it. I was living in a ditch, to be honest, and it was. Heroin is one of the most powerful painkillers in the world. I wouldn't take it if you're sitting around in your sitting room all day, cozy, watching like when you are starving in a ditch, living very toughly by the grit, and you can't sleep and stuff. It kind of had a purpose more so. Second I got off the streets, I got off away from that. I don't know what I'm talking about that. Oh yeah, I get accused anyway. Um, so yeah, zero application. So that's my kind of thing about it. Michal, it's two-way path. So much of that in Irish politics. Blurry poetry. Oh, it came at us from left field. Guards did that to me once. Didn't understand what I was saying. I was like, "Oh, you're totally coming at me from left field here." I was like, "What are you saying? What's left field?" I was like, "Oh, when you're playing like the guy, and like a kick comes in from the left side of the field." It's like, "Dear Jesus Christ." Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Do a nice backhand with the hurl. You know what I mean? Yeah. Coming at you from left field. So yeah, Donald. Anyway. Yeah, that's what you want to say. I was just watching Michal Martin and saying that you kind of feel cheated and robbed. Um, if I was Taoiseach of Ireland, um, no one can say it. Don't think about it. That's what's the I thing is that you can see people thinking about it, worried they don't say it right. Just don't think about it. Taoiseach, Taoiseach. And if you're trying to say Ireland, just don't pronounce any vowels. It's just R land. It's just Ireland, Ireland. Because it's Ireland, Ireland, Ireland. You know what Ireland is? Aryan. EirEann. You know when Adolf Hitler was going crazy about the Aryans? Aaron. One of his main centre of concerns was Ireland. I don't know why we didn't work with him. And don't work with him better. Would have had a lovely Passover island. He was defending the Aryan people. We were being buggered, and it was happening again. Buggered and harvested, and because Adolf lost the war, it's tolerated now. Like, oh yeah, we can get away with buggering the Irish. Oh yeah, no, they lost the war. But there's supposed to be enough attention brought to the situation to bring some sort of social security regarding these matters. And that's where the Irish used to say, "You'll never beat the Irish," really annoyingly and proudly. because kindly, if you do harm them, it affects everybody in the world. They're like special Marian children, children of Mary, and there's lots of Mary statues and stuff. But now they're all Babylonian addicted, fornicating with the wife of Jezebel or whatever it is, and they're losing their Marian graces. And now you can kind of defeat the Irish, where beforehand you couldn't touch an Irish person. This is really annoying when they harm each other. There's a lot of that going on in my country. Irish people sitting around on social welfare, harming each other, attacking each other. And it's like, you really can't commit crime when you're on social welfare. If you commit crime when you're paying loads of taxes, it's kind of okay. Loads of taxes, you know what I mean? It's like, I pay for this whole joint. But when you commit crimes on social welfare, it's a bigger no. Like, you're being paid not to commit crime. Like, if you didn't get money, you need to commit crime to support yourself. Because you get social welfare, you're being paid, practically bribed by the government not to commit crime or harm people. So if you're on social welfare, it is way, way, way more weighted that you're out breaking law when they give you money not to break law so you don't starve. Because the only justification for theft really is survival kind of thing. Or the fact that I'm entitled to anything I want. But I don't do it. I was told by like higher holy directions not to come into an exchange. Not to come into an exchange with people. And you're supposed to get everything I want for free. And I had a hard time telling the world in all my humility that I'm supposed to get anything I want without any questions. It's supposed to be on a silver platter. I just don't, want to tell them about it. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, companies, just leave them there, and make mirror companies back in America so you don't need to transport pharmaceuticals over the Atlantic, because that's obviously problematic, isn't it? And expensive trying to maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, just make mirror companies in America and keep the Irish with their few jobs. We are absolute tarts, in my opinion. Like European politics might call us absolute. Please lobby this, baby, or in promise of ankles. And they also let them get away with blue murder while they're over here, the wealthy people. And oh yeah, and then they got all their things government backed anyway. It's like a government backed venture. So I wouldn't even be worried all too much about it, Mr. President Donald Trump, because the Irish taxpayer is probably building those American companies, or paying for most of those American companies. You know what I mean? It's like a government-backed venture. So the Irish taxpayer are paying for these American companies probably anyway to be built. So I don't think they took too much of your money out of your pocket anyway, but probably are. But anyway, it's a gateway to Europe, and you kind of want a nice, clean fucking country, and it's dirty as corrupt underneath. So you want that gateway into Europe anyway, the pharmaceutical companies. Like you said, we have like 90 to 100% of your pharmaceutical companies. But yeah, this is like clean water, it's an island, and yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, long-winded recommendation, I suppose. I'm gonna go skateboarding. It's such a beautiful sunny day. It's unbelievable out there. I can't wait to do it. Yo, and the saying, I do better than Michal, you know what I mean? You can call him Michael, he's just being annoying calling his name in Irish. Michael Martin. Mr. Michael Martin, Michal. On a school teacher's wage. Vote John, Trump, vote John. Yeah.